According to recent sources, Halo Wars 2 has sold much less than we expected. Halo Wars 3 artwork was accidentally revealed and then taken down, and Halo Wars 3 may have been cancelled. Let's get into it. Hello everyone, this is Chris here on Halo Follower, and thank you so much for joining me today. If you like Halo, then be sure to subscribe, and if you've already subscribed, then be sure to hit that bell notification. Alright, let's get into it. To set the table right, let's talk about the original sales. Halo Wars the original sold less than the other side games at 2.6 million sales, versus other games such as Halo 3 ODST, which had 6.3 million sales, and Halo Reach at 9.9 million sales. And yet, 343 Industries and Microsoft decided, somewhere, somehow, that it was best to make a sequel to the RTS Halo Wars game, and I'm happy they did. Halo Wars 2 was awesome, and that, of course, created the story of Atriox and Captain Cutter fighting on the Ark. But do general Halo fans even want a third Halo Wars game, if even a second? So we know Halo Wars 2 sold at least 149,000 copies in its first week, and while this does sound like a big number, in reality, at least in my perspective, this isn't very much when you compare that almost every single Halo game has sold well over 1 million copies, getting a good 30% to 50% of total modern sales in that opening week of release. In addition to all of this, Microsoft hasn't been eager to share Halo Wars 2 sell records. Makes it kind of suspicious, doesn't it? VG Charts reports a 200,000 copies 8 months after release, and though it hasn't been available for even a year, this is still pretty damn alarming. Again, this is a lot of copies sold, but really, compared to all the other Halo games, especially for a big series like Halo, this is kind of alarming. Concept art for Halo Wars 3 has been released, revealing cancelled pitch material. Brad Wright, a senior concept artist at Creative Assembly, posted the artwork on ArtStation, explaining the idea, which was pitched and ultimately scrapped. He said, "Surprisingly, I got an all clear from Microsoft to show this cancelled pitch material." Wright wrote in the description of the art, "We did some proposals for Halo Wars 3. I had to introduce space battles into the game style, as well as having your captain ship as your home base to prep your ground forces." Now, the description has since been removed and replaced with Halo Wars 2 additional work done for Creative Assembly for Halo Wars 2, property of Microsoft. Wright had given no proper explanation as to why the change was made, but I think it's pretty evident and obvious that Microsoft backpedaled and told the artist to take down the post and change the description of it. Some say Microsoft allowed him to post it, then take it down as a way to see what we think as a community of a third game. But really, I think this art looks really cool, but honestly, I think it was in fact planned for Halo Wars 3, not scratched Halo Wars 2 concept art, because that is probably the most obvious backpedal I've ever seen in gaming, and since this artwork was made, I think Microsoft has changed plans. So the big question here, will there be a Halo Wars 3? Do you want a Halo Wars 3? Well, the story for Halo Wars 2 left a battle of Atriox and Captain Cutter unfinished on the Ark, kind of leaving a big cliffhanger and allowing the story to be open for a third installment. Of course, it makes sense, and it seems that 343 Industries has already planned and opened up Halo Wars 3. But in addition, as far as side Halo games go, I think it is the most available for a continuous story, as Halo Reach and Halo 3 ODST would be very hard to pick up from because the nature of those stories, and they're technically already finished. But the likelihood here is that Microsoft has already cancelled Halo Wars 3. The fact that Microsoft probably told the artist to backpedal the Halo Wars 3 pitch into extra Halo Wars 2 concept art, which I think in my opinion is a load of bogus, is likely because Microsoft has already decided there won't be a Halo Wars 3. Halo Wars 2 was the least likely side Halo game to do well, and it showed. The marketing of the game was weak, and though the game brought much to Halo in my opinion, it wasn't worth a whole game for the eyes of apparently many millions of fans, and technically it sold terribly, especially when held up to the other Halo games, perhaps turning the smallest profit 343 Industries has made so far, besides those top-down shooters on Steam. So as a conclusion, I actually find the lack of sales of Halo Wars 2 alarming, but not completely alarming where we should start to panic. Now, I just wish 343 Industries tried to get more outside or even new players into Halo without using the main installments of Halo games. I really believe that side games like Halo Wars are purposed to be experimental, to bring in new players that don't even know what Halo is, but Halo Wars 2 seemed so much in service of active and long-term Halo players, us here at Halo Followers, so 343 Industries is kind of doing it backwards. They're missing with the mainline story to appease new fans and pushing us hardcore fans out, and then using side Halo games like Halo Wars 2 for hardcore Halo fans or even moderate Halo fans when it needs to be the other way around. Honestly, they just need to stop messing with the mainline Halo formula and be experimental with things like Halo Wars, and I'm completely fine with that as a Halo fan. So what do I think about Halo Wars 3? Well, I think from a business perspective, Halo Wars 3 would be a terrible idea, at least right now, and even Halo Wars 2, from its conception, very bad idea as far as making many sales, but perhaps that wasn't the point from the beginning. Although they are a business and they need to turn a profit, obviously, that's what Microsoft is about, they're a business. But Halo Wars 3, if it is cancelled, then it is very likely that 343 may try to make a side Halo game like Halo 3 ODST and Halo Reach, since those did much better than even the original Halo Wars game did. Perhaps all of this will finally push 343 Industries to do a side Halo game, perhaps about the invasion of Harvest or something like that. So I think honestly, if Halo Wars 3 is looking very grim right now, I don't think it's going to be made. But guys, what do you think about all this? Would you like to see a Halo Wars 3? Why or why not? And do you think Halo Wars 2 and its sales did well? Let me know about it all down in the comment section below, your thoughts and your feelings about everything here posted. I really want to hear it, guys. Thank you so much for watching, by the way. This has been Chris here on Halo Follower. Don't forget to subscribe if you want more Halo news just like this, and I will see you guys in the next one. Peace.